Five, four, three, two, one. Hello, 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 and welcome to Space Engineers. Welcome to my creative save on the Xbox Series X. And this is a tutorial on the contracts block. This is going to show you the basic setup of the contracts block. Where to find it? Well, click in the left stick and hit right trigger until you hit Advanced Systems. Choose Store and press A. Tap the right bumper, and here we have the contracts block. You want to manipulate it. Remember, it's a bit hard to see. When you press down on the D-pad, you can change the axis of rotation. This is the axis you want, running through the middle. You can just sort of see it there, the kind of darkish blue line running past the grey part of the block. And then you want to change it until you rotate the block this way or that way, depending on how you want to do it. You'll see there is a conveyor port at the back of the block. This is important because you'll need that conveyor port to add an inventory to the block. We're just going to add a very simple inventory. We're going to just slap a small cargo container to the back of it. And let's have a look at this block, shall we? Right, straight away, if we open up the control panel of the contacts by pressing X, you'll see three menus: available contracts, accepted contracts, administration. If you're the owner of this block, then you will get the administration menu. If you are not, you'll only see the two available and accepted. So if we move along to administration, this is the basic administration menu, and you will see that there are types of contract. Now I'm in a solo game and I can set hauling, acquisition, search and repair. Let's look at setting each one of these basically. So a hauling mission. Hauling means we have to take a thing to this block potentially from somewhere else. Very similar in a way to acquisition, except with hauling you can actually pick a start and end point. So for instance, if we scoot over to my mod showcase platform very briefly, can actually kill two birds. You notice there's also a port on the underside of this. And we will just damage that while we're here. So let's look at the contracts block. Same as the other contracts block, we have hauling, acquisition, search and repair. In no particular order, let's hit repair. So then we select grid. And I happen to know that what I've just damaged is called Sand Scout 2. So we choose that and we choose confirm. Then before we create the contract, we decide on the payment. Let's say 500 credits Yeah, let's go for 500. There's another way of doing this as well, of course, which is pressing A and typing 500. Then we have collateral. This can be left to 0 or that's it, a 10. Duration. If you have a duration, then that speaks for itself. You could put it 5 minutes, and if you don't complete this within 5 minutes, then you don't complete the contract, and it can cause a reputation loss and so on. But we'll keep it simple, and you can create your contract by pressing X. There's the contract in the menu. So if we move to available contracts, you'll see 500 credits for the repair of a particular vehicle. Pressing A accepts, and then you'll see the repair contract. And you'll notice that it says repair. Look, repair here. And contract was successfully finished, and we have 500 credits richer. So your other contracts, same deal. Select the type of contract first. So we're going to do a hauling contract, and then we want to look at that one. We haven't named the grid, but we know that's where we last put the contract block, and we confirm that as our target block for it. And I don't remember how to do this one. This up. At 100. Yeah, it's set to 100. Hauling, target block 33 contacts. No duration. Now, I don't know whether this will accept any cargo dropped off at the block, but if you create this contract, then you can select one of your contract blocks that must serve as a delivering point for the package. So, yeah, we want that one. Make sure that's exactly where we're going to go. And there's your collateral as well. So we could set it to 100 and have a collateral of, say, 50. And if you failed it, you would lose your collateral. But before we do that, we probably want to go and set our little bases thing. here to I would say acquisition to this block. Let's find something that we've got on our inventory. Good old gravel. 100. Why not? I just want to make sure that this functions as a double demonstration of how to set up your contracts. The contracts are fairly simple. It's just choosing things from here. So now you should be able to deliver gravel over there. As I haven't really looked at the hauling side of things, but I presume that hauling wise might be whatever's in the contract blocks inventory at the time. So let's just make sure we've got something in that cargo container. Let's slap in some metal grids. We haven't yet accepted this contract. We'll have a look. This is the first time I've messed around with hauling. I've been playing around with the other contract. And for all conditions. So this one may not work on a solo server, but it'll give you an idea of package here. So maybe it creates a package that you have to deliver. Let's go and have a look, shall we? I think it creates a package you actually have to deliver, and you're not actually hauling any particular cargo, which makes sense. I thought it might let you customize the cargo, which would be really cool. Maybe Keen will change the functionality on that one. You could have like reactor components or something, and then there was a package. There's your accepted contract. So if we press X, thanks for doing the job. There you go. So it creates an actual hauling job where you find a package. Rather, you deliver a package that the game gives you. And if you want to deliver specific things, the acquisition contract here, we accept that. Then go here, select your character's inventory, hit confirm, and you'll notice we actually have gravel on us. Away. There we go. I just hadn't selected the character inventory properly. It's a bit fiddly. That's half the fun of this game. So you've seen acquisition. Hauling and repair. Now we know that hauling literally lets you just create a package delivery point. Repair, you've seen. Search. Well, we select for a grid, so we're looking for our Sandscape 2. We'll confirm that, and we want 1 meter search radius. And then we're going to put 1,000 Credits up. No collateral, no duration. Create contract. Move across to available contracts. And there's our contract, so we can accept it. And then we need to look. Sand Scout 2. As we flit along here. There we are. The last known location of ship. So what you can do is you could set it to do 100, 200, 300 meters, so that when you arrive there, you have to do a little bit of looking for the ship. I made it simple, and there you go. That is the contracts block. Like I said, I'd never had a look at hauling until today, so that's even simpler to refresh that one. It is literally a case of selecting your target block for the completion of said delivery, the payment, collateral, duration, if you're going to set duration, and so on. Pressing X creates the contract. Oh, invalid value on duration. There we go. Pressing X creates the contract. And we've got 16 hours and 39 minutes to deliver this package. I think we can do that. And you'll see on the HUD, deliver package here. And there you go, that is contract blocks. I'm going to do another short tutorial video, although this one's actually run a bit longer than normal. I'm going to do a tutorial video on the store block, just to give you an idea of how that works down the line. It'll probably be the next tutorial I do. There we go. Contracts accepted. Finish. Done. And that's it. There you have it. You have to create your own little contracts. Especially useful if you're playing on a server with others. And especially useful if you're just playing maybe a multiplayer game with some friends. You've got a base somewhere, and maybe another couple of friends have got a base elsewhere, and you can create little contracts between you if you have separate factions, and so on. It all adds to the roleplay aspect of Space Engineers and allows you to play around with the economy. As you know, Keen Software have teased the upcoming heavy industry. Now, I'm under NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement. I actually know what's coming in heavy industry, and I'll be making 3 separate videos on this. I'll be making a video on some changes to features of Space Engineers, which I think you'll be pleased with. I know I am. I cannot tell you what they are. I can't tell you when the update is going to roll out, but I can give you a rough idea that the update potentially could be this week, because Warfare 1 was indeed on the 22nd when it released. We only have this week and next to look for an update, and Keen did say, and Joel said on the stream last week, that we were within that tolerance of sort of 2 weeks. I'd love to tell you what is in heavy industry, but really I can't. And NDA is NDA. But I can say that if you did miss the Devs Lost in Space stream last week, Joel did tease the small grid merge block, but he also teased magnetic plates. Now, magnetic plates are very interesting. I can't wait to play around with those. Like I said, 3 videos, one on these features, one on the free part of the update, so like I did with Warfare 1, what blocks come in the free part, some of the patch notes that are more important, and then a third video covering the paid part of the DLC. And as we know, Keen always releases paid content that is not pay to win. It's useful cosmetic stuff, but it can also, boost the amount of blocks that you've got. And I always say, support Keen Software House, support the developers. The game has done really well on Xbox, and it gets better and better. Yes, we don't have scripts on solo or hosted multiplayer, and we can't use client-side scripting, but I'm sure we'll see something interesting in Warfare 2, or at least Warfare 3 in that regard. Things are going to change. The game is not static. Look how Space Engineers has changed from its inception on PC in early access to where we are now. We didn't have planets. We had very little in the way of anything except sort of a platform to build ships on, and it's changed so much. I remember Green Station and so on. However, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like, to subscribe, and there is much more content on the way, including the continuation, finally, of my new player guide on survival. We will get that darn vehicle in the air from scratch, and so on. Also, I'll be taking a look at some point, very simply, at hydrogen ships, or rather, how to build small grid hydrogen fueled ships, and stick to the rule of a couple of hydrogen generators per tank. Now, we can use the small grid to do this. I won't be looking at large grid, although when I do, I will probably be showing you the Callisto 71 again, because that's the large grid ship I built with the hydrogen power, but that does use mods, and this save doesn't have any mods really. Anyway, I've waffled on for far too long. Enjoy the weather in the United Kingdom if you can. It's really hot here, hotter than we're normally used to. So stay safe, take care, have fun, enjoy the game, keep a lookout for heavy industry, and bye for now.